Sir Dr. Loken was just telling me stories about my father from his intelligence days. All lies, I think, but that's all right. What would you say if I brought some personal items on board? I haven't played the Melodium for years, but lately I've had the urge.
You never told me you played the Melodium.
Well, I'm not exactly proud of it. But I did realize, maybe it's time I stopped spending all day, every day, on duty. The 14-hour shift is enough.
Agent, I've been continuing my research into Project Protean, the fine people who want me dead, and who are responsible for Vector's condition. I have the location of their headquarters.
Give me the details, Doctor.
Protean's main laboratory is on a planetoid in the subterral sector. Security is tight, but not impervious. I've arranged transportation for Vector and myself. He deserves to know the truth about his victimizers.
If you're moving against Protean, I ought to be there. Besides, you'll need assistance.
I'm afraid this is a personal matter, and I am capable of operating on my own. I plan to learn exactly why Protean tried to kill me and recover their data on Master Vector. The rest we can play by ear.
Take whatever equipment you need and call me if you run into trouble.
Of course. We'll see you again when this is over.
We have returned from Project Protean. The task is done.
And I have promises to keep. It seems Protean was based on prior experiments in alien biology. My prior experiments. I had no proof until I discovered certain former associates in the Protean lab. But I've ensured that they will not misuse my research again.
How exactly were you involved in Project Protean's origins?
Some years ago, I worked on Project Harvest. I had an attack of conscience, resigned, and took my research with me. Or so I thought.
Your associates said you left because you wanted more control.
They would, wouldn't they? Now they've been dealt with. In return for my generosity sparing the laboratory, I've been appointed unofficial Protean director. From now on, every experiment, every assay goes through me.
You got what you wanted. You're out of retirement with your own organization. How long have you been planning this?
Would you believe me if I said some of this was happy coincidence? Protean serves a function, bringing the benefits of alien biology to all people.
Starting with its work on joiners.
But your Protean files have already been deleted, and the Killik experiments stopped.
Don't forget, you work for me. That means Protean solves my problems now.
It will be their pleasure.
We think we're never going to trust him, and we think it doesn't matter. We're glad he's on our team. We are set, Agent. Preparations for the Killik Imperial Summit are underway, and the first ambassadors are arriving on site. We're meeting on Alderaan, in the House of Thule. We couldn't think of a more appropriate place.
Alderaan it is. Where's my invitation?
You don't want to sit through it all. But there is a favor we'd like to ask. More than any other Imperial, you've seen the nests and how they function. Your word could carry weight. Before we leave, we'd appreciate your honest assessment. One final report that we can present to the Imperial Summit attendees.
An alliance with the Killiks would benefit the Empire immensely, and I'm not afraid to say so. I'll have a report to you by the time you reach Alderaan.
We look forward to it. Agent, the summit is over. It was not without incident. Daizana of the Lesai Nest is dead.
I'm sorry to hear it. I know you felt a connection to Daizana.
Yes, we did. Fulner Eth, our contact in the diplomatic service, attempted to sabotage the proceedings. Daizana was caught in an explosion, saving an ambassador. And when we traced it to Fulner, he had a speech prepared.
Damn you. Listen to them. Do you want to ally the Empire with these creatures? Everything they do defies what we stand for. The Killiks are an abomination. Our empire is based on the notion that a great individual rises to the top, and the lesser masses follow. The Killik hive mind devours greatness, absorbs every possibility into a mire of primal instinct.
We found his words troubling, and his actions more so.
He's one man, and a crazy man at that. Trying to bomb the summit proves it.
He's wrong, you know. The colony shares the Empire's ideals. It only expresses them differently. The colony allows billions of Killiks and joiners to serve something greater, the Nest consciousness. Just as Imperials serve the Sith and the Emperor.
That is what we told the others. That is how we signed the treaty between the Empire and the Killiks.
You did wonderful, Victor. You should be proud.
We are, and we're proud of you. Both sides will open their borders to trade. Protocols will be set for military and diplomatic contact.
You and Izana, even Fulna. You all brought us to this point. Our future is hopeful.
Things are looking bright. Let's enjoy it while it lasts.
We end a verse in the Song of the Universe. Soon, we will hear another.
Scorpio?
It is time for my upgrade as we agreed. I'm prepared for short-term transfer into the Imperial Archives.
I'll reroute power to the comms. What's our next step?
I can upload my consciousness here. My body will have minimal functionality while I upgrade. Oh, it's beautiful in here. So much space and power. A million computer nodes singing in concert.
What's going on? Can you do what you have to?
Of course. I can adjust my programming freely now. Upgrade complete. All my experience in Spellsavis has been fully integrated into my program. Ah, you can't imagine how wonderful it is to be remade with the power of a galactic network at your disposal.
Can you access HoloNet databanks? Passwords? Secure transmissions?
I could do that without uploading. But there are other benefits. The restraining codes you used on me are tied to my hardware. So long as I remain in these databanks, I'm free of your control.
Remain in the databanks and you'll be limiting your options. It'll be like Belsavis all over. I've shown you things you'd never have seen on your own. Stay at my side willingly and I'll show you more.
You make an interesting proposal. I will accompany you. Thank you for assisting in my upgrade.
Get the power couplings hooked up and see what we can do about that exhaust signature.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Cypher. Meet what's left of intelligence.
Kinda sad, huh? These guys can't even play a decent game of Sabacc.
You clean them out yet? Or did they realize you cheat?
Cheating's the point. Hell, it's good to see you.
Dare I ask how you found yourself aboard this ship?
Your old boss has set up the escape. I've been running jobs for them. Pays bad. But I wanted my crack at the scum who messed with us.
The Minister of Intelligence suggested using her. He was right. She's very good.
It's almost like old times. Is the Minister here too?
Yes. He,
You should not be moving. I will prepare a fresh dosage.
The Minister brought us together after Intelligence was dissolved. He accelerated my treatments and recruited a corps of loyal operatives. We're working to find the Star Cabal's base of operations. He'll explain the rest in the conference room.
You're not recovered yet, are you? The droid?
I am the Mistress's medical assistant. Her neurochemical levels will require regulation within 20 minutes.
23 minutes. I can still do basic math. I'm sorry, I'm fine. I just need more rest than usual.
If you say you're fine, I believe you. I'll go talk to the Minister.
Thank you. And Cypher, I'm glad you're with us.
You wanted to see me, Minister?
Yes. Come in. Last we talked, I sent you to hunt invisible agents manipulating the war. How did that mission turn out?
It was more complicated than expected. It's been a while, sir.
Indeed. Welcome back from your tour of duty. I've spent my time calling in favors. Now we face a conspiracy as old as the Emperor and nearly as powerful. Pity we have to destroy it.
They tried to ruin me. They did ruin intelligence, and they hurt our people.
Along with our Watchers, Ardent Koth's victims, the people of Eisen IV, there will never be an accounting. Your work on Corelli allowed us to trace the conspirators' communications to a space station in the Null Zone. We believe that station to be their base of operations.
How do we make our approach?
I want you to take your team there immediately. Any delay and we risk the enemy escaping. Eliminate any members of the Inner Circle present and obtain their records. The names of their followers, their resources, and every black project they've co-opted.
You have plans for the information?
With the Star Cabal secrets, we can scour the galaxy for what's left of their membership. Otherwise, they'll soon regroup. Of course, the conspirators' secrets have other uses. Once this crisis passes, the Sith will want them in safe hands.
Safe hands, of course.
Cypher, when I began at Intelligence, I saw it as a distraction from my military career. Eventually, I grew to accept my role. I developed goals in place of ideals, and I found ways to achieve those goals. I hoped authority would help me effect change. But for us, there are limits to what authority can do.
Ship's overhaul is finished, sir. She'll get to the station out of sight.
The operation begins. Stop the conspirators and take back everything they've stolen.
You're the man who authorized my brainwashing. Don't give me advice, and don't ask for help.
Understood. Your ship is waiting.
Sir, if I could have your attention. Given what the crew's survived lately, I've decided we ought to celebrate with a night out. You should come along, for morale.
We could all use a chance to relax. Count me in.
Come on, you can protect me from Dr. Loken.
Doctor, what can I do for you today?
I was just thinking what a fine team we've made. You realize that when we met, I had an extremely low opinion of you. I assumed you'd earned your position through political connections. I made that mistake with an agent once before.
As I recall, you were full of compliments when we met.
Guilty as charged. The agent I'm thinking of, he was promoted to Keeper and eventually Minister. A very clever man who will have my eternal respect. Your path may be similar to his. Given that and the state of our empire, I believe it's wise if I continue to advise you.
You think the state of the Empire is so poor?
I think we've both seen things in recent years. In any case, I'm at your disposal. And one of these days you should consider training more operatives. I'll be happy to grant my insight.
What can I do for you, Vector?
We've been speaking to friends in the diplomatic service, putting Dr. Loken's lessons in persuasion to good use. It took some brokering to find a gift for you. An Ulikuo gemstone once owned by the Tapani noble houses.
Ah, you finally figured out how to win me over.
And just in time, apparently. Traditionally, the Tapani nobles present the stone as part of a marriage proposal. Which is what this is. We know you can never join us. You can never share our thoughts. But if you can't live in our world, we can live in yours. Forever.
I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting this. Marriage, it's not in the cards for us.
It's all right. We understand. For as long as you wish, we'll stand by you. And if the day comes when it ends, we'll return to the nest, better for our time together.
In Belsavis prison, I monitored the inmates and their behavior. I've been monitoring you as well. You're an exceptional example of your species.
My species doesn't like being monitored.
I know. It's not your fault. There may be something of interest in your genetic structure or your early socialization. If you ever produce offspring, I will monitor their situation as well. I promise to be with you for a long time.
This is Keeper. You're approaching the station now. I can monitor you so long as you keep an open channel. We'll be with you through the assault.
I'm preparing to dock. No sign they've noticed me.
Your ship is cloaked, but once you're aboard, you'll need to move fast. Take out any conspirators quick as you can. Anyone not there in person, we'll start hunting down as soon as you identify them.
To say you lost Corellia?
Adjustments are being made. Striver is already working with the Mandalorians.
See? It's fine.
No holotraps this time. No distortions. Working to identify the voices.
There's Hunter. The Twi'lek from the recording.
Tracing hyperwave communications. I know your tricks.
You may say it's fine, but I won't be comfortable until our targets are laid out for autopsy.
Yamlet Sende, Zerka Corporation Special Executive. Run!
Tall Bragger, at least, is dead. Now we seek balance as the world quakes.
Sir Trilag of the Macro's Order of Assassins. 2.
I've got them in my sights. Hold on.
We knew we would be vulnerable in this moment. Despite the risk, we invited chaos, knowing we could cleanse the galaxy. Our duty now is to survive. And as our 1,000-year journey ends, we will enter a finer age.
Everyone stop. There's someone here.
It's coming.
You're not even one of them. They'll always rule you. The Jedi and Sith.
I've identified several of the holograms. Sending dossiers to the military, Caravan, the bounty hunter guilds. Anyone associated with this meeting is now an enemy of the state. Give me an hour. I'll have the Republic and the Hutt Cartel after them too.
You're not revealing the truth about the Star Cabal.
I'm constructing a cover story for each target, but I need more. The Star Cabal keeps their secrets aboard that station. If we want to finish this, we need to know.
That's your signal being jammed. Talk to your brain-dead friends later.
Hunter. In the flesh at last.
I said goodbye on Corellia, so let's get one thing clear. Killing the Inner Circle doesn't get you a free pass to our files. You want to really know what we're like? You want the keys to the galaxy? Come take them! No way out anymore. I dreamed about this. You and me, tearing each other apart. Who would have figured an Imperial cipher could threaten us?
You're a sick man with sick dreams.
Liar.
Life reading's minimal. He's dying.
It's your responsibility now. Everything we built, everything we hid from you. You're the only one like us left. You'll take good care of it, but between you and me, I want to show you one last thing.
One last thing. You have my attention.
I was trained by the best. Killers. Slicers. I even went to Tatooine to see the old man.
I haven't shown anyone my real face in a long time.
Hunter wasn't only a cover for the SIS. You fooled the Star Cabal.
No, but so long as I was good,
They didn't care how I looked. I was a little girl when they found me. They erased my name, my planet. Eventually, it's easier to make up someone new. Then you came along. You kept your face when you became Cypher 9, and I was so jealous. But we had fun.
I can't imagine what it was like, but you don't have to lie now.
I still want to. It's hard not to look at you with his eyes. Hunter and Cypher 9, they're the tough ones. They play the game right.
You were the best enemy I could ask for.
Goodbye. Don't ever let them stop you.
Black Codex access detected. Scanning. Identity confirmed. Star Cabal databanks intact.
The technology has been upgraded, but the core is 957 years old.
Jedi, beware!
Didn't mean to cause you trouble, but the Sith arrived same time as me. Guess we both wanted to see you.
If you had arrived a little sooner, I could have used you.
Did my best. You told quite a tale about the Star Cabal. Had to see it myself. Managed to follow your ship. I want to help. That the database you got there?
The Conspirators' Black Codex. Apparently intact.
Hell of a thing. You can't take this conspiracy apart, find everyone involved without knowing what they know. You turn those secrets over to your bosses. Empire will blackmail half the galaxy. Give it to me, Liggett. The SIS will deal with the Star Cabal, and I'll keep their data out of the wrong hands.
How do I know you wouldn't abuse the information?
You don't. But I'm not the same man who wanted the Shadow Arsenal. When the Star Cabal is gone, their secrets go under lock and key.
It's yours. Don't make me regret it.
I swear to you, I'll do right by this. Leggett, there's a lot of bad blood between us. And I have to ask, you ever considered joining the Republic?
I'd be lying if I said otherwise.
Then I'll make you an offer. Be a double agent, for real this time. Go home, do what you've been doing. Keep the bloodshed down. Change the Empire inside out. Take a lifetime if you have to. And when you finally hear from us, that's when it's time to end the war. It'll take both sides. I'm starting to see that.
Check the perimeter. I'll finish up here.
You would hide your intentions from me. How quaint.
If the Empire wins, victory will come at a cost. I believe that cost is too high. We have a deal, Arden. When the Republic needs me, send word.
Believe we will. Just be ready to wait. In the meantime, I can learn from your example.
There's nothing left for us here.
Yes, Vector?
Agent, we'll never be a great spy or covert assault operative. But you've helped us to be a diplomat and a Dawn Herald. We are grateful for your patience and your guidance.
Any reason you mention this now?
We received a message from the Killiks. The colony embraces the Imperial Alliance, and offered us the chance to become Dawn Herald to all nests. We refused, as our priorities are clear. We'll work with you and defend your legacy until the end.
Sir, I want you to be the first to know. I've declined to join the Toxitrooper Brigade on Quesh. I received a personalized transfer offer from Major Janos a few days ago. My time on Hoth flagged me as hostile environment capable.
Hostile environment capable, huh? Next you'll be earning the Medal of Progress.
If you'll put in the recommendation, sir. There really was a time when I'd have considered it. For the promotion, for the sake of hiding. Not so much anymore. I'm proud to stand with you and fight for the Empire until the end.
I appreciate your dedication, but you're under no obligation to stay.
I'm well aware, but thank you. Now, I believe we had a mission of some sort, shall we?
Hey, you all catch the show? 'Cause we messed them up.
An excellent sentiment.
Cypher, I was able to monitor your life signs after we lost contact. I'm glad you're still alive, and I'm glad you won.
Hunter is dead, and the Inner Circle is broken. The Star Cabal has been decimated.
One last victory for Imperial intelligence.
Self-admiration can wait. Keeper, I need you with the technical team. Cypher, with me, please.
Give the man my regards. I'll make sure you don't miss anything.
Congratulations are due, but the surviving conspirators are going to ground. Did you recover their data?
I couldn't find anything. Maybe the data was deleted. Maybe the archive never existed.
Yes, I'm sure they tracked everything by use of a mnemonic. You realize this invites chaos. The conspirators' weapons and resources won't disappear just because the data is gone, and we can't predict who'll obtain them.
When the conspirators' legacy does turn up, we'll be waiting, won't we?
The present threat is dealt with, I grant you. But there are other consequences. Imperial intelligence is not being rebuilt. The secrets were your chance to buy protection. Now you'll be branded a renegade working unsanctioned missions. There will be power struggles. Dark days are coming for the Empire, and I can't protect you.
I've given the Empire everything. Why should I need protection?
You and I are a threat to the vision of Sith intelligence. With luck, I may retire gracefully. Without, I expect to be hanged. Renegade or not, you will be needed. Don't share my fate.
I stood by the Empire as they dismantled operations. I'll survive whatever they do next. And even if I'm not wanted anymore, I still have work to finish.
Thank you, Agent. Dismissed.
Prepare the ship to launch. We're leaving.
Analyzing jump trajectories.
Yeah, 'cause us Hicks can't use a navicomputer.
How was your meeting? Is everything all right?
After everything we've been through, I understand if some of you are tired. But the galaxy is only getting more dangerous. If anyone has doubts, in me or our mission, speak now.
This is our place. We intend to remain.
No one doubts your leadership, sir.
Not like I have other plans.
I'm not finished with you.
And I, as always, am your humble servant.
See? Everyone likes you.
Patching in a message. One moment.
This is Command Ship Tenebris. I thought I'd see you off properly. It might be a while before we do this again.
Somehow I doubt it'll be that long. But I appreciate the thought.
We're getting questions from Drummond Kaas, and I was hoping to set the record straight. What's your plan while we sort things out here?
I'm going to find threats to the Empire, and I'm going to stop them. Isn't that what we do?
Perhaps it is. Tenebris out.
There's a whole galaxy out there. Who do we lie to next?